The reviews are still going, ladies and gentlemen, and believe me, I can never have enough of this. Hello everyone, this is Mega Man NG, and I welcome you all to another TMNT Season 1 episode review. Today we're going to be talking about the next episode, TCRI. Why I say that, there's a reason for it. Anyway, let us get started. I'll be providing a summary of the episode as well as some of the things that I enjoyed. And there are a lot of things that I really enjoyed about this episode, so let's get underway. Sorry. Anyway, let's go. With the Kraang now in possession of the power cell, the Turtles head on a chase to get it back. But after encountering Leatherhead, they get an idea of how they can be able to reach them. Donnie guides his brothers through Manhattan into the TCRI building. They also learn the Kraang's true objective, to use the power cell to activate a device so they can open a portal to the Dimension X. With the threat looming, the Turtles have a job to do. Stop the Kraang before they activate the portal. Can they succeed? Yes, this episode was enjoyable. Enjoyable, yet action-packed, because there was a lot of action. Especially midway through all the way to the end. Besides, I mean it, the episode was just really good and really awesome. We also get some continuity nods a bit here and there regarding some stuff. Like, for example, Leatherhead. In which, if you guys remember in Leatherhead's first appearance, he pretty much grabbed Donatello by the face, and let's just say it didn't end well for him. Here, it happened again, and I found it to be rather funny. Although Mike seems to laugh at that mostly. There was also a few other things to note, but I'll explain them in a bit. For starters, this is the first appearance of the TCRI building. The TCRI building, aka the Techno-Cosmic Research Institute, is a building that, the Utroms use to build pretty much a way to get themselves home. It's been this way since the original Mirage comics. The only exception being is that in the 1991 TMNT film, TMNT, The Secret of the Ooze, it was changed to TGRI. The only reason why it was done was they wanted to get rid of the alien stuff, but the objective is still the same. And since then, every other one had the TCRI one, whether it be the 2003 series, which is used as a base for the Utroms so they can be able to get home, or the 2012 series, which in this case, it's a base for the Kraang. And we finally get to learn about their plans, creating a portal to Dimension X so they can invade it, or in some cases, terraform the planet into a home for the Kraang. That's scary, absolutely scary, and to find out that the Kraang were after this purpose really shows they are forced to be reckoned with. Compared to Shredder, the Kraang are very dangerous. Very, very dangerous, I mean that. We also get a first-hand look at Tragg. If you remember in the 1987 series, Tragg was a rock soldier. A rock soldier who was meant to serve Kraang, alongside another general nearby, who I will be explaining way later. Here in the 2012 series, they made Tragg completely different. They made Tragg 20 feet tall. Yeah, it's actually a force to be reckoned with. 20 feet tall. His body's made of stone, and he can actually spew out lava from its mouth. That is just really, really scary. And it's shown in the episode where how he was able to beat the Turtles without much of an effort. It took the combined teamwork of Leatherhead as well as the Turtles to be able to stop him. And even if he breaks apart, he comes back together. Really shows how scary he can be. Now, Leatherhead does make an appearance, but his fate sadly becomes unknown after what happens in the end. In order to prevent something from coming out of the portal, Leatherhead decides to take Tragg and drag him into Dimension X. What happens to him, I really don't know, but it's sad to see him go. I'm reminded of the 2003 Leatherhead when, after the events, I believe Season 2, Leatherhead disappears for a while, and then eventually he would come back in Season 3, and in Season 3 he would get a lot of needed character development. That's what I liked. I hope Leatherhead comes back because the guy is a good ally to the Turtles, and seeing him go away like that was just rather sad. But I have a feeling this isn't the last we'll be seeing of him. There was a lot of favorite moments for me. Let me list them down so that way you guys know. Don getting beat by Leatherhead is one of them. It was still the funniest scene ever. And I mean, Rob Paulsen delivers a great performance as Donnie, screaming out saying that my head is not something to be thrown at or beaten down. It's just hilarious. Also, Leo imitating the Kraang. And that was rather funny, especially at the end with Splinter and April having the serious look and they were like, seriously? But it was still pretty funny. There was also the fight scenes in the TCRI elevators where they had the fight against the Kraang. Though one of my favorite moments was another favorite moment that I liked was when they had to rely on using the shadows to take them down so they can reach the elevator. But by the time they reached up the top floor, well, they got knocked out and get captured. But it then eventually led to a showdown, a big fight scene takes place, and it also culminates in the big battle against Tragg at the end of the episode. It was actually pretty good, and I enjoyed it. There was also a bit of a running gag with Mikey speaking of the Olympics, and he kept saying it over and over and over, and it kind of annoyed his brothers. Even Splinter got into it, and that annoyed Donnie for a bit. Even to the point where later on, Mikey was humming the Olympics theme, to which something I can't understand, honestly. But either way, I really enjoyed the episode a lot. It was pretty good, pretty well done, really intense too. And considering what happens in the end, what the Kraang are really after, is really going to make the season very interesting. Really interesting to say the least, because it turns out the Kraang are after April. What will happen? We don't know for sure. But hopefully the next episode we're going to find out. So look forward to my review on that tonight. My rating for the review will be at the description, because what's the point of me saying it? This episode was very good and I loved it. And I'm enjoying the season big time. And I hope that by the time we reach the season 1 finale, it's going to be intense. Speaking of which, the season 1 finale is actually going to be one big video because, yeah, it's a 2-part season finale, and I will be reviewing both parts. It's going to be like those extra long reviews where I pretty much provide my thoughts on both parts, as well as my thoughts on the overall season as a whole. So look forward to it. That's pretty much it for this TMNT episode review. There will be another one tonight, so look forward to that. Like I said, I keep saying it, it's like a running gag for me, but yeah, my way of how I do things is rather limited. So I do apologize if you find it to be rather problematic. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. I look forward to hearing what you guys think of the episode in the comments. And if you guys want to see me continue doing what I love, please support me on Patreon. All it takes is $1 a month. $1 makes a lot of difference, trust me. And it can also convince me to keep on going. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. I will see you guys tonight with my review of the next episode, Cockroach Terminator. This is Mega Man NJ signing off. Peace out. Booyakasha!